Hey everybody, welcome back to EQN Sports, driven by Holiday Auto Group. I am Dru Stewart, and we've got continuing coverage of the NRCHA Cinch Stallion Stakes, all brought to you by our friends at Ranch Fuel, and I've got pretty much my co-host. I think she's been on the desk more than anybody else at the NRCHA shows. Hello, Debbie.
Hello, Drew.
It is good to see, and I'm sorry I'm not there with you and making you wear the earphones. I apologize about that.
Right, yeah.
We're on a
time.
We're on a budget around here, sister. That's the deal. You know, you got to talk to Sarah about that. That's her thing.
I'll be doing that.
Yeah. So, of course, things have been going well for you because you're on the show. But talk to us about the whole Cinch Stallion Stakes and everything, and the growth of this show and the whole incentive program and everything from your perspective as a non-pro in this business.
Yeah, no, so this show is really grown a lot. And, of course, we're running at a good chunk of money. So, obviously, a lot of us want to come and play. It's really exciting. You know, I'm not quite sure what this payout's going to be, but I know last year it paid $20,000 to win the non-pro, and it paid pretty well throughout down. So the show's been really great, and I'm just really excited to watch it continue to grow. I believe we have 64 entries in the non-pro itself, and then of course we've got the other divisions. So yeah, I'm pretty stoked about the way it's grown and what the future's looking like.
So Debbie, I am going to throw you a little bit of a curveball because we didn't talk about this, but just sitting here listening to you. So from the non-pro perspective and seeing what's going on in the industry, the shifts that are happening in the industry, that is all positive for sure, as owners, trainers, non-pros, breeders, whether it be mare owners, stallion owners, the whole deal. Talk to me about really and truly where you sit and what your vision is of the horse industry, not just cow horse, because it's bigger than that at this point. And it used to be we were so niche driven, but now it's bigger than that. Talk to me about how you see this industry from your perspective, because I think it's very, very valuable. You have been there, done that, got the T-shirt. So I want to know Debbie Crafton's perspective on what's happening in the horse world right now.
Oh, geez, it's just growing, and it's getting so huge, and it's you know, obviously the more money we have, and all these various incentives we've got going on, people are wanting to participate, and there's so many ways a person can win money and enjoy this sport. And of course, with the money coming in, the growth is just exploding, you know, in our sport, in the team roping, the reining, all of it. I mean, across the performance industry, we are growing. And obviously, when you have the opportunity to run at the kind of money that we're running at, you know, you want to buy another horse, you want to be like Debbie Crafton and enter more than one or two. Maybe not, but anyway, you know, it's very exciting. It's very exciting to see all these incentives that we have, and this stallion incentive and the owner's incentive and you know, the enrollers incentive, particular at this event. So it's really exciting, and now when you're out purchasing horses, you know, you're making sure that they're in those programs, right? So it's good all the way around. So
Debbie, you know, we talk about the money, of course. We all talk about that, but this boils when let's go the opposite direction for just a second. There's no way that you would be in the horse industry if it was just for the money, right? The passion behind what we've done, it feels like it started off as a passion industry and has turned into a thing that now financially can make sense, right? It turns into these programs, and not that it hasn't in the past, but it's just more so now. Talk to me about the passion, like totally pivoting from what we were just talking about. Talk to me about the passion of showing these horses, Debbie, because you get to show so many horses. You do this. You cannot, day in and day out, knock around this many horses and not love what you do. I mean, it's just impossible. Now, we don't all love every single part of every single day, but talk about this passion that we're fortunate to be in and do and have for this industry. I want to know, like, your soul when it comes to riding cow horses.
Oh God! I mean, it's definitely a passion. If you're going to do this, you're going to have a big passion for it. I am completely driven with a ton of passion. I absolutely love the sport. Anything to do with the horse, I love the horse, and it's the passion that drives you day in and day out, looking for that next horse show, riding this young horse and daydreaming on what his future holds. So I ride a lot of horses every day, plus try to drive a truck and manage a family and all kinds of stuff. But these horses and what they will do for us and the way they feed your soul is undescribable. I mean, they feed my soul. Without them, I would not exist. I love my family and I love everything, but I could not exist without the horse. And I'm just so appreciative to be able to throw a leg over so many and really appreciate each individual. I mean, even the ones, and I think I've said this before, even the ones that don't make the cut, the ones that don't come to the horse show, teach me so much. And, we are able to find them their place, where they belong to excel. And so I just, it was at this show, I've said it more than once, it was at this show in 2019 that I realized that I had found the event for me. And it was so surreal. And so I just, I love being here, and obviously, anything to do with cow horse, anything to do with a performance horse really drives me.
What was that like? Take me back to 2019, Debbie. Like, what was it about, what was it that click, that thing? Because I know you had it, that moment, whether it was in the stall barn or at your room at the South Point or wherever it was, or that point in the show pen. Take us all back to that spot, because there's people that may not have ever had that, but have dreamt about that, and then there's a whole bunch of other people that have had that same thing. I want you to take me to that deep spot a little bit, sister. Like, talk about it.
Yeah, so I was sitting over there actually in the pre-fert, and I was there by myself. I believe I'd made the finals, and this was. I honestly don't remember if it was the morning of or what it was, but I was sitting over there by myself, and it just came across. I'm like, I was so in love with what I was doing, and it just came across me, and I'm like, holy cow, this is it. This is who I am. I had participated in the reiners, and I had team roped, and I had certainly tried to run barrels, and I have jumped. I've rode hunter jumpers, and I've been in that barn, and I had been around those different disciplines. But this one, it just, like I said, I was sitting over there, and I'm looking around at this big arena, and I'm just like, this is me. I found me, and. I'm going to get emotional, but it was just so awesome. It was just a feeling like no other. And then, I was 100% committed after that. Here we are showing a lot of horses. I haven't missed a premier event since Snaffle Bit Fraternity in 2018. I have been to every premier event ever since, so obviously I have a huge passion, love, and drive for this sport.
I love that so much. I love it so much, because it's why we do this, right? It's why we do this. It is why we do this.
I mean, we love the money, and that allows us to continue when we're winning the money, and or the buckles or whatever it is we're doing. But we wouldn't do it if we didn't absolutely love it.
I don't know if there is any industry in the world. So just here a little bit ago, I was listening to a podcast with Solo and Danny Gentry and all, like the things that we do, right? Like, this is the industry that we do. So we listen to the podcast and we talk about the stallions and the mares and whatever, and that's what we do every day. Is there any industry in the world where I'm being dead serious about this, we love, live, eat, breathe, sleep I'm like you. Like, I'm raising my kids, and we're doing that. We're playing college football and volleyball and whatever else. But day in and day out, all that we talk about is the horses. Like, really and truly, like that's. Is there any other industry out there that's what you talk about? I think it's very, very special what we have here, and that passion is, like, it doesn't matter if you're jumping or if you're riding cow horses or roping or barrel racing or whatever it is, but we talk about it, we live it, we dream it, and then when you find that part of it, this horse industry is so special, Debbie. I mean, that's the bottom line. That's where I was going with that whole deal. It's
absolutely.
very, very special. I don't know if other industries get to have what we have. You know?
Yeah, I don't, I know, just like you say, I mean, that's, me and the kids, that's all we talk about. And then, like I said, I drive a truck, so I'll be gone a couple days on the truck. And while I'm driving down the road, I am thinking about my horses, what I think this one's going to do, how I should ride that one, coming up with ideas. So, I mean, literally, I'm hauling a load down the road in a semi truck, and I'm thinking about my horses and what's going to take place with them and where we're going and or what I should do differently so yeah, it's really such a blessing to be able to just be so content loving a horse and wrapped up with a bunch of horses. And sure, I know what's going on in the real world, but I'm content in my little horsey world. I like it there.
I love it. Good for you.
I like it. Yeah.
Good for you. And now, like you were saying a minute ago, and like we kind of opened this deal, that the industry now is opening up. And I think in the world today, this is why this is happening. Yeah, we've got the Yellowstone effect. We've got all those other things going on, but this industry is so special, and we've hung in there a long time, and now it's starting to financially support itself as well. The financial gains on this deal is there as well. And of course, it's not about the money all the time, but it dang sure helps.
Oh, yeah, because it costs so much to do anything. I mean, it doesn't matter what we're doing. So, yeah, when you have the money there that can help with your passion and your drive and your love for the sport, then it allows it to grow.
Yeah.
And so that's just been outstanding. I mean, it's just so exciting, and especially, in the non-pro and some of these lower divisions, we're still getting to run a really great amount of money and great prizes and just enjoy it. I mean, the camaraderie, and we've talked about that. The cow horses wow.
Special place.
They're just very special.
Special
yeah,
place.
Really very special. For those people that have never got to come to a cow horse show and be around these guys, I really encourage people to try it out, because even though there's great other industries, the cow horses is in its own league and an extremely special place to be.
It absolutely is. Well, I appreciate you, as you and I have talked about it numerous times, as a guy that's coming in from the outside. It's very special from the top to bottom, the horsemanship, the being able to come and do multi-disciplines. Everybody that I talk to that comes up, we're not just riding one type of horse, we're riding a horse that has to do 3 different things. And it is very, very cool, and I appreciate that so much, and love what the cow horse has done to get out there. It's pretty safe to say that the opportunity for growth in the NRCHA and the cow horse world is higher than the opportunity for growth is higher than any other discipline out there. And I'm coming from the team roping world, where we say that we are number one just because of numbers.
Right. Yeah.
But the cow horse has that opportunity for growth because of what you guys have, and it's very, very cool. And it's very cool that you're spreading that out there. So thank you, Debbie, for that a whole lot.
Absolutely. Thank you.
All right. So let's get into the real reason we're here, because we were just talking a whole lot of philosophy right there. We got deep right there, Debbie. I like it. It was good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So you were the non-pro herd work, 222.
Can you believe
Have you ever scored anything lower than a 220, Debbie, ever in your life?
Yeah, I have a lot of times.
All right, talk about this horse right here. This is Boot, Scoot, and Flow.
Yeah, so Boot, Scoot, and Flow, she's a daughter of Scooter Cat out of Hustle and Flow. Russ Motherhead bred and raised that mare, and Sam Smith started her and had her through a 3-year-old year. She's coming on, this little mare. I got her last year, about May, and won the Hackamore Classic on her. And I done some small shows and some other stuff through the later part of the year. And then just here back in February, I tied for reserve on her at the Tres Osos Derby. And she comes here, and these cattle were tough, and she's so quick-footed and so smart on a cow. And she was really good.
Really precise mare, isn't she?
Yeah, she is. Yeah, she really is. So she's a lot of fun. She's one you can ride in the herd on or down the fence and just have so much confidence on.
That cow right there just didn't want to play the game a whole lot
No,
to the
he tried to
left,
run
and-
off right there. Yeah,
No.
he tried to run off and be a little. But no, she's a good mare. I'm looking forward to the rest of the year on her.
Gotcha. Would you guys? So what is the schedule right now? So we just did the herd work for you. When do you show in the reining, and how does everything work in the non-pro going forward?
Yeah, we just did that. I just got done showing 5 of these things.
Oh, you did? Gosh dang. That's why you're like, I'm in a hoodie. I don't want to get on camera.
I'm sorry. I'm
so
not dressed
tired.
all cute.
No, I get it. I get it.
But yeah, no, we just showed the rein work.
Okay.
So I'm leading the composite on that mare right now.
Good.
After 2 events, and then I'm sitting second on SJR Some Kind of Mist.
Mm-hmm.
And then I got another one, Kit Kat Lynx, that's up there pretty good, and the other one and the other 2 is one's kind of out of it. She had some tough luck in the herd, but the other horse, he's still a player. So we're gonna
You're
go
just
down
grinding,
the fence.
aren't you? You're just grinding.
Oh yeah, I love it. Isn't that crazy? I mean, I brought 9 head of horses here, and DJ's showing 2, and we're sharing 1. And then Tucker, my boy, is showing 1, and we're sharing him.
Mm-hmm.
And so anyway, I think I'm showing 7 head total. But
You just like to
we get
work.
back to the passion, right? Well,
Right.
but we get back to that passion. I mean, obviously, it's just that's exactly what it is. It's just
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
So in there that I can't show 1 or 2 horses. I have to show a whole trailer load.
Just do it. If you're going to come, Debbie, just enter up, right?
That's how I think. That's exactly.
If I'm
you're gonna
going,
do this,
we're going.
Let's
Yeah.
go.
Yeah. If there's 9 holes in the trailer, we're filling at least 8
We're
of them.
filling them all.
Yeah,
We're
that's
going
it.
to pull a divider and put 10.
Yeah,
That's what we're
good
gonna
for
do.
you. Well, I tell you what. Hey, thanks so much for coming up here and talking to me. And you got a kid showing here in just a minute. Is that right?
Just a second, yeah.
All right, so I got to get you out of here so you can go watch. So, well,
Okay.
Debbie, thank you so much for coming and hanging out with me. I really appreciate it, and congratulations.
Thank you.
Absolutely. Well, friends, that's what it's all about right there. Debbie Crafton showing boot, scoot, and flow, and going home with a 222 in our herd work in the non-pro. Once again, all of this action is brought to you by our friends at Ranch Fuel. We're so excited that they jumped on board with us here at EQN Sports, driven by Holiday Auto Group. We're going to keep bringing you more and more from this show as we go on here at the NRCHA Cinch Stallion Stakes at the South Point in Las Vegas. I am Dru Stewart. We'll catch you in a little bit, everybody.